I am back with a video, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, another lame attempt to invent my opening cash line. Well, before going that, we have a very sad, bad, and of course, you guys will accept that kind of a news that Joe Willock has now agreed personal terms with Newcastle as per Mike McGrath. Footy Insider 247 confirmed by David Ornstein. So there's a permanent move from Arsenal. 21-year-old to head north today and expected to start medical tomorrow morning before completing move for a fee of around above 20 million pounds. Joe Willock is now a Newcastle player. Now, why do I say this? Am I a madman? Well, Lee Ryder has confirmed that Joe Willock and his dad have now told Newcastle United that they are happy with the terms offered. Player is leaving London and medical booked in. Pete O'Rourke says Joe Willock has agreed personal terms with Newcastle and is set to sign a 6-year contract at St. James's Park. So that is that. And even Charles Watts confirmed that Joe Willock said his goodbyes this afternoon to teammates and staff at London Colney before leaving to complete his move to Newcastle. So it's done and it's dusted. Joe Willock is no longer an Arsenal player, and I don't know about you guys, but it really hurts, man. It really hurts. So even Football Daily say that Joe Willock is travelling to Newcastle for his medical. The club have until noon tomorrow to have him registered to face West Ham on Sunday. Well, moving on. So talking about Martin Odegaard. So we got an update about Martin as well. Fabrizio said Martin Odegaard has always been Arsenal's priority more than Maddison. Arsenal board now waiting for Real Madrid final decision on Odegaard future. They'd be ready to bid for the Norwegian talent. Joe Willock deal with Newcastle will be completed soon. Arsenal remain interested in signing an attacking midfielder, goalkeeper and potentially a right back before the closure of the window, but incomings will depend on whether they are able to sell their unwanted fringe players. Arsenal's pursuit of Sheffield United goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale has hit a brick wall over the difference in valuation between the clubs. All the talks could yet be reignited later in the window. Don't you dare do that. Arsenal are still interested in Martin Odegaard, and the pursuit of Norwegian could go into the final days of the window according to Telefootball. Odegaard is a more likely option than Maddison, who has been of interest for Arsenal as well. Well, that was a slight bit of an update that you might love, but it looks like funny story coming your way, ladies and gentlemen, and one of those is, of course, well, Sunsport understands that Arsenal are ready would be willing to get Awar in on loan as a last resort, with the need to replace Joe Willock a high priority. The loan option would only come into play if a last-minute deal is needed towards the end of the window and funds have been used elsewhere. That is according to Jordan Davies as well, who comes up with the update that they will consider signing Houssem Aouar on loan if they miss out on Odegaard and James Maddison. Well, talking about the only Lacazette, Corriere della Sera claimed that Tammy Abraham is resisting a move to Roma so far, and as a result, Alex Lacazette has emerged an option for the Italian club. If that's the case, not bad. Well, Odegaard's value currently stands at around £40 million, 40, something which Arsenal believe they can lower, and the same can be said for the 70 million pound worth James Maddison. Well, why do you always have a question? Why did Arsenal go for Aaron Ramsdale? So, Athletics say Mikel Arteta and his coaching staff believed that Ramsdale could not only provide backup to Leno but succeed him next summer. They admired his distribution and both with the ball in his hands and at his feet, and his bravery coming off his line for crosses. Barcelona's Neto is a target. Arsenal may be even hopeful of striking a loan agreement. Neto is represented by Kia Joorabchian, but this would not be a deal driven purely by relationships. Neto has also been closely assessed by Arsenal's analysts. Well, plans are simple in central midfield have been altered because Granit Xhaka is going to stay and is set to sign a new contract. At right back, Arsenal currently have to choose from 4 players. Adding a fifth would leave the squad lopsided and imbalanced. The Athletics say that Houssem Aouar is once more being discussed behind the closed doors at Arsenal. Even if some at the club harbour concerns over Aouar, there is a growing acceptance at around 25 million euros. He would represent an excellent market opportunity, but that's still not done yet. While James Maddison does have admirers within Arsenal, he is not someone the club are seriously pursuing at this time. Intermediaries are believed to be keen to matchmake Arsenal with Maddison, given the club's obvious need for a creative midfielder, and that's just about it. That's only about it. Moving on, Arteta opened up about Ben White in the pre-match press conference before the Brentford away game. He said, "I'm very excited. He's a player that we have looked at for a long time. He fitted the profile of exactly what we wanted and he's settling in really well." Arteta on concerns of fans when rivals are buying likes of Grealish and Sancho. He says, "They need to be excited and they need to see a team that's capable of competing with those teams because our history is related to that. Nobody can deny that. That's the aim and that should be the objective." And talking about transfers, Mikel says anything is possible. There are still a lot of things to be done. It's been a difficult transfer window and probably a lot of things will happen in the last week or so. We're talking about the most difficult transfer market in this industry over the last years for sure. And we are trying to adapt. Myself, the owners, the club, all have the same interests, which is to make the team stronger. Talking about Willock, Arteta said, "The situation is that he is our player. What he's done has put him in a really strong position where he can choose a little bit with more options what his future could look like. This is what we are trying to define right now." Wow, he just complicates things, doesn't he? Well, that's the update about the injury list. Thomas Partey, right ankle, is expected to be back in training by the end of August. Eddie Nketiah, right ankle, continues to be assessed and is expected to be back in training early September. Same is for Gabriel Magalhaes. Well, moving on, Felipe Diaz, Portuguese journalist on Bernardo Silva, says, "The latest we heard is that Bernardo has rejected a move to Arsenal. I don't think that would be a step forward in his career. Bernardo does not want to leave Man City this summer." Sorry, he does want to leave Man City this summer. I'm sorry, I read the report wrong like a blind man. I'm sorry to do that. Yeah. James Ollie says, "Arsenal remain in the market for a creative midfielder with Leicester's James Maddison, Lyon's Hossein Aouar among their targets, a backup goalkeeper and possibly a striker depending on departures elsewhere in the squad." My God. Craig Hope says, "I'm told this morning that Newcastle and Joe Willock are far closer to agreement than yesterday when length of contract among other issues was particular sticking point." Nigel Winterburn has some words of advice as to what players should be signed or what sort of player Arsenal should look at. He says, "I don't think we need any more holding players, but an attacking creative midfielder should be one on the radar. Maddison keeps getting mentioned, but it's a bit frustrating that we've been linked with these players for a long period of time and nothing has happened. We start to doubt whether one of those types of players will end up coming. We need a creative player to inject some vision into the game going forward, and by the players linked, it looks as if Arteta feels we need it too." And before wrapping it up, I have a sad news. Pompey Portsmouth have reportedly been showing an interest in Arsenal's young midfielder Miguel Aziz this summer. It looks like Ryan Tunnicliffe, Sean Williams, Joe Morrell, Lois Thompson have all arrived during the close season, but boss Dan Cowley is still being linked with further midfield reinforcements, and one of the players that they want is Miguel Aziz. Would you like to see Miguel Aziz go out on loan? Let me know in the comments. Well, I wouldn't, but if he does not, you know what's coming up, right? You know what's coming up after that, right? So moving on, so that is the update from Thomas Partey. His ankle is progressing. This is what he shared on his Instagram stories, that his ankle is progressing. Great news, but you know what's more of better news? Well, it looks like he is not wearing his ankle protective boots, which really is, it prevents the impact. If you put your body weight and if you start walking in it, it prevents the translation of the forces of the various parts of the body towards the ankle. It minimizes the impact on the ankle, and hence Thomas could do all of his functions wearing that. So it looks like his ankle is progressing, and that is nothing but good news for all the Arsenal fans. Music to my ears, baby. That's what I would want to say. And apparently it looks like, you know what, I'll give you my suggestions about Mikel Arteta's press conference. Not at all exciting. It sounds promising, but it looks like he also is struggling to get these deals over the line. and he's frustrated. I can see that. I can feel that. Whatever I saw in the press conference, but we can't do anything about it. So that's that. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. Cheers.